And we're in here. We're in here. What are we talking about today? What are
We're
we
in
talking
here. What the fuck are you talking about? We're in here. Yeah, we're in here. Hey, mic check.
One, two, 1, 2.
Financial fidelity. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, cheating on your spouse or your partner financially, meaning hiding funds from them, opening other accounts, irresponsible spending.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this a real topic?
It's a real thing.
Financial fidelity?
Yeah, I think it's a third of marriages are in or relationships are ended because of financial fidelity.
Okay, so hold on.
So the question is, would you consider financial fidelity just as bad as cheating?
Physical fidelity.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? I've never heard of financial fidelity. I didn't know that was a thing. So let's define it real quick. You said hiding money.
Right.
You said irresponsible spending habits.
Right. Opening new accounts.
So hiding.
Yeah.
Right. So they don't know, oh, I got extra stash here.
Yeah.
Maybe if they have a joint account, purchasing stuff without permission.
Right.
I've never heard of this shit. This sounds like what are we in? Iraq?
No, it's
this
a real
is America.
Thing. It's a real thing.
Beer, boobs, and bacon or something like that.
I mean, so if you're married, do you have separate accounts or do you have a joint account?
You should have both. I think you should have both.
So then that'd be financial fidelity. Do you let your partner know that you have both?
You should have one for you. Hey, I want to go to the strip club. Hey, I want to go.
But do you let your partner know that this account exists?
Yeah. What's the secret for?
I'm just asking.
I think you should definitely, if you live together, have a joint account that takes care of all the bills of living. Rent.
So how do you choose?
Bills.
Or do you just pay it all?
50-50. It's 2022. It's 50-50 up in here.
So you split everything down the middle?
Basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ain't that what women wanted? Equality?
Equality.
Yeah.
Is that equal?
It's 50-50. What
if she makes more than you?
She gets more in her account.
What if you make more?
I get more in my account.
And say y'all married.
Uh-huh.
And you make more or she makes more.
That's a hard one, man. Half of me wants to say, if you want more discretionary funds outside of your adult responsibilities, improve your career status. If you're okay with, asking permission, hey, can I use $20 to do ABC because you don't have no money because you don't make much, that's on you. I guess it's just a point of view. What do you want? I don't personally want to be broke relying on someone else, That's all.
It sounds okay.
Or you both want your own accounts. And you just PayPal me the bill money. Right? But you don't want all your eggs in one basket with one account with one person. What if that person ends up going crazy and they take all your money?
Huh?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be your partner, your significant other. The
Bro,
person you're married to.
Do you know how many marriages I've seen on Maury?
So basically you said then
Jerry
financial fidelity is an issue.
It's not a thing.
It is.
It's not a thing is what I'm saying.
But it is a thing.
No, it's just communication on how we're going to pay bills, how are we going to separate our finances. We have a portion together, we have a portion on our own. Do we put everything in together? Because here's the thing. If I like to be a kid sometimes, what does that mean? That means maybe I want to go buy a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. That's going to be about $250. Maybe if I have a joint account and I do that, they're going to be like, what'd you spend $250 on? You know what I'm saying? Well, I wanted this bottle of whiskey. They're going to be like, what the fuck? I don't want to have to deal with talking about where my money goes. I'm a grown-ass man. I just like to do kid shit with my money sometimes.
So basically you financially irresponsible.
Maybe.
That's what it sounds like.
And I'm happy with that. The bills are paid. Why can I not do whatever I want with my discretionary funds?
Because I believe you're supposed to be one.
All right, explain your point of view.
So our bills, so we take whatever our base pay is, and we put it into our account.
Okay.
Any extra or any overtime that we work or that we accumulate, then that goes to our own account, whether it be whatever it is. So for me, it's like my business account. It'll be my other account to where if I wanted to spend to buy something that's not in, my budget, because my budget is like $50 per week or whatever. That way we can save money and put money towards things that we need to. So then we have a savings account. So everything is divvied out of our account from our checks into our savings account and then our other account. And then our other account is for a house or for like a personal trip or for a house and expense. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So then anything outside of, so if I work 2 extra days of overtime and I got overtime outside of my base pay of what my check is supposed to be, then that goes to me. And that's extra money that I have.
It sounds like, okay, hey, I got 1 hour overtime. So what I'm going to do with this $50?
That's mine.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to take it from the account that it's already in.
No.
How do you separate that?
So at my job, I can put it to where I know how much my regular check is,
and that's what you put
without overtime. That's what goes into our joint account. Everything else outside of that goes to my business and my personal account.
Okay.
So it'll go towards my business, and then after my business, I just take it and put whatever I want to in my personal if I want to buy myself something.
So what if your partner makes way more than you in their business and personal accounts, way bigger than yours?
But that's theirs. That's the overtime that they spent. That's the overtime. What we did is we calculated whatever our base check was, and that goes towards our bills, towards our savings, towards our weekly budget.
What if 2 people are salary?
Then y'all gonna have to figure out something. I mean, basically you're gonna have to budget, and it's gonna come down to, well, you get this much spending money then.
See, I can't be having no one telling me how much money I can spend or not.
But this is for y'all both. So you have a family, so you have to put your family needs in front of yours. So then then you can say, out of this salary, out of this budget, I get $200 per or $300 per check. And I get to do whatever I want with that. You get $300 that you get to do whatever you want with it. And then you budget everything accordingly, according to your bills. Does that make sense? So then now you got 300, she got 300. If she chooses to save her 300 and you blow your 250 and only have 50, that's on you.
Yeah. What if you need more money?
That's on you. You're broke.
Baby, I need some money.
Okay, and it's up to her to decide whether she's going to give it to you or not.
See, this is
vice versa.
If
she spends her money on hair, nails, and everything else, and she needs money or she needs gas money, then she has to come to you. And then it's up to you as the leader, as the man, and if you ask me, of the household, to be like, well, okay, I gave you this much, so how can we make sure that this doesn't happen again?
You're treating this person like a child.
No, it's not a child. It's about being financially responsible. It has nothing to do with child. Even grown men don't know how to manage their money. Like you said, you spending $250 on a bottle that you probably shouldn't spend it on if you ain't got the funds, and that's on you as a man.
I mean, I have the funds, but I'm just saying they can go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? They can go to something better.
Right. So then you also need somebody to tell you, like, this is how you spend your money. If you don't, if you don't have an extra $250 in the bank or extra $250 to replace that. It makes sense. Because a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck and don't have money to cover any emergencies or any large bill that pops up, any $500 bill that pops up, and then they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I got to take out a loan or,
So I think, one, I would start with, hey, we both have a joint checking account that handles all the household bills. And we also have a joint savings account for emergencies. At least $10K in there, right? You want at least $10,000.
Well, every household, being realistically, should have at least $1,000 in their savings just for an emergency.
I mean, yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Whether it be, usually you want it up to 6 months for rent, but just any emergency. Like, say you lose your job. You want to at least have enough to cover the bills, or at least have enough to cover if you catch a flat tire or you get into a car accident. Your deductible, whether it be $500, you want enough for that.
Yeah.
Whatever your deductible is, you need enough for at least that.
I just I gotta cut the line at, hey, here's my money for rent, here's my money for savings. The rest is mine, right? And the rest is yours. Just kind of like what you do, but maybe my limit's a little bit lower than yours. I don't do that base salary stuff. What's the bill amount? Let's split it in half. Here's mine. Let's put some in savings. Here's that. The rest is mine. What if I'm doing so good at work, I get promoted. Now I'm making double. What?
Are y'all not one?
That's my money.
Are y'all not one?
It's our money. Mainly, it's 60-40 because it's
but
mine.
Are y'all not one? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, regardless of how you want to cut it, all she has to do is say, I don't have it. And what do you have to do? You're going to go out and buy it, right? So instead of just dealing with that issue, you just make it all one. And say, this is what you get, this is what I get. Uh-huh. If you want to get more, then I need you to put in more. I need you to apply yourself more. Now, if this is just a girlfriend, boyfriend thing, y'all shouldn't be sharing accounts. Yeah, y'all should probably just not worry about stuff like that. Maybe ask, do you have debt? How much debt? What does your credit look like? And then go from there.
What does that matter?
It
love
matters
is love.
lot.
Love is love.
No, it's not.
Love.
Not in a lot of situations.
Love.
That's not in a lot of situations. That's just being, that's being middle class. When you get into the higher, you start to look at things like, what am I taking on? What debt am I taking on? Whether you're a man or a woman.
Are you worth this debt?
Yeah. So most times,
it's like put a dollar sign on the worth of someone.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. I don't think that, you should, but I'm just being realistic. A lot of women in particular do.
I mean, that's easily handled. File for bankruptcy. Vote Joe Biden. He's going to eliminate student debt. That handles all the debt.
Is he?
That's what he said.
The man ain't came through on a lot of promises.
Your ass better take care of the student debt, bro.
He ain't came through on a lot of shit that he said.
I'm not trying to pay that shit off.